Okay.
So, it's okay. I've got all the episodes, but I've only just started to watch it, so I'm enjoying that. It's very good. It's all very. She's a villain, and it just shows you. But you think where she started before Trump started, you see, and she was.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Now, kind of the satire has kind of been. They had to redirect because
it's too real, man.
It just ended up being a documentary.
Nice. Oh, I can see.
Yeah, so she had to change it because the farcical nature of our current political climate was overtaking her own satire, which has happened to a lot of people in the comedy.
Imagine it. Yeah, I imagine so. Jeez.
Bit of a problem.
Okay, well, make sure you add Park and Recs to your.
I've only
watched 3 seasons.
Must get a hold copy of it. It's fine.
Oh, I think you'd get a kick out of it.
I think I would.
As long as you don't take it too seriously.
I never do.
Okay.
We're all going to die in 30 years. It's fine.
Gosh, that was incredibly negative.
True, though.
So you didn't like this because...
What?
Extend.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Well,
I said she didn't like it.
Okay, what did you think of this film, Paul?
Well, as I said, I've got to look at my prejudices and examine them. And I had a prejudice talking in my ear into my left ear the whole way through the film. But on the whole, I think it was quite entertaining. And considering I had somebody talking it down the whole way through, it's probably a very entertaining film. I think that's fair. Did you find it an entertaining film?
I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if it just peeled to my whole... I was a bit down and I watched it and it perked me up.
Okay, good.
So,
yep.
I thought it was a very perky film. I mean...
It was very cleverly done, but it was not laugh out loud funny.
Oh, no, well, I don't think it was supposed to be.
No, it was not. So if that's what you're looking for...
Oh, no.
Look elsewhere. Pick up Monty Python and the Holy Grail, perhaps.
There were 2 or 3 parts where I did laugh out loud.
Right.
But otherwise, I enjoyed it purely for just watching his journey.
Okay. All right.
And the way it was
now,
shot.
the storyline. Do you agree with what was being said about the film? What was being put forward as the main auspice of the film, so to speak? And not the auspice, that's the wrong word. What they were trying to say.
What are you trying to say, boy?
No,
go on.
What was the film trying to say? What was it trying to do? What was the message it was trying to give you?
Life.
What about it?
The complete opposite of what you were saying a minute ago.
That's fair.
I'll give you an example.
I'm a fairly adventurous sort of person, as you well know, sort of thing. Although I would have liked to have gone to Italy this year, but that just didn't pan out. Got to get a house now. So, but that's what I'm saying. I'm a fairly adventurous person, and I would like to think that I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Take up a podcast. That's been an adventure.
I'll give you an example. Mm. Do you remember, so after he's caught up with Sean O'Connell, the photographer?
Yes.
How...
That's Sean Penn.
Yes, it is.
He's not aged well, has he? But he does have an interesting face. He always has.
What do you mean he hasn't aged well?
He hasn't aged well.
He looked fine.
Okay. No, I'm just being a judgmental monster again. I know. It's fine. Move on. It's fine. No, it's fine. Go on.
All right. Geez, we're very visual at the moment, aren't we?
I have a 5-year-old son.
Okay. I'm watching the film, and he's just had that conversation about he's not taking the picture because he just wants to be in the moment, and they're watching the guys down on the black sand playing.
Yep.
Oh, well, not sand or dirt, I should say. It's probably dirt because they're not near an ocean. And it brought me back to a life experience I had. So there's people that would... There's so many different parts of this film where people can... different experiences that you've had can be linked in and intermesh in and trigger things that have happened in your life, I think, as well.
Yep.
So, like, for instance, my sister and I... Gosh, this is going back. I'm sorry. Here's a Pip moment. We went to... Are you really going to pause it?
No, I was just going to put on Pip's history moment.
I went to the Galapagos Islands with my sister.
Get fucked. Did you really? You never told me this. You never told me this.
I did tell you
No,
this.
you did not. You said you went to South America. You didn't say you went to the Galapagos Islands, asshole. You never
did.
told me. You did not.
I so have. I've talked about it a lot.
I mightn't have been listening to you at the time. That happens an awful lot.
If you're being sarcastic right now or not.
Go on. You're right. It's fine. No, I'm just playing with you. It's fine.
Don't do that.
Go on.
Should I stop?
No, it's fine. Go on. You're right.
Anyway.
I was just being a bastard.
Anyway.
You've been gone for with
2 weeks.
Yeah,
right.
that's right. So you got to be punished.
Anyway.
Yes, go on.
My sister and I went to the Galapagos Islands with National Geographic.
Played with the iguanas.
No, you're not allowed to. You're not supposed to touch stuff.
Throw them in the water.
No.
Oh, they don't swim after all. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, David Attenborough said that they swam.
They do.
And you went and picked up the turtle,
No.
the giant tortoise, and turned it over onto its back. I could just see you there doing that.
Do you know, there was actually another, not in our group.
He's going to be there for another 30 years.
Somebody from another country sat on a tortoise to get a pose and a photo, and they got kicked out of the country.
Good stuff.
I know.
Well done.
Anyway.
What nationality would they have been? Let's take a poll.
I think they were German, actually.
Were they?
Young, very young, backpacking guys.
Yep.
Anyway.
Bloody Germans.
Anyway, we had an afternoon to kill.
So what'd you kill?
Are you going to let me finish?
Go on.
And so...
Sorry, go on. Go on.
So the staff had started up a soccer game. Caitlin and I can't play soccer, but we played anyway. And it was black sand, and it was just so much fun. We sucked at it. They were great. They were doing all the dribbling and over their head rubbish.
Yep.
But it was such a great experience, great fun. And when I was seeing that scene, I'm like, oh, I've done that. It was awesome, and it just totally took me back. And I'm like, oh.
Every once in a while, you have moments like that when you watch these films, sort of thing. And there was a little bit like the Mumbai Hotel for me last week, sort of thing, because it just puts you back there, doesn't it?
So, yeah.
Sorry to make it about me. I just realised what I did then. I'm a bad friend, aren't I?
No, that's okay. I'm glad you enjoyed a Hotel Mumbai. And it was good.
So you were there in the black sand.
Anyway, I really enjoyed the film. You should have watched it on your own. I think you would have got more out of it. I loved the way it was shot. I loved the music. It looked great.
Yep.
And I love the message, and I like happy, good feeling.
Okay, it was a happy, good film. I would struggle to say it was funny though. I don't think it was necessarily.
I don't think they were trying too hard for laughter.
No, possibly not, and that's okay. That's okay, but I wouldn't call it necessarily a rom-com. Maybe
I don't think it is a rom-com.
Maybe there should be a new version, a new category called the Carpe Diem film. Seize the day. This was a Carpe Diem film where you seize the day, you make the best out of the life that you're given and not make shit decisions and then reinforce shit decisions.
Okay.
Yep. I think if nothing else we can take away that. Because he revolutionised his own life. He changed it and he saw his life and he wasn't happy with it and he wasn't.
No, it wasn't about that because he was trying to... there's this one person, Sean O'Connell, who always liked his work. Yeah. He couldn't find photo 25, negative 25. And he went, bugger it, I'm going to do it.
Yep.
And he went. So it wasn't that he wanted to change his life. It was that he wanted to show that this one person who's always had faith in him and appreciated him.
That was nothing more than a catalyst for adventure, and we all
I know, but
need
what I'm saying is he didn't make the decision to go and have this adventure.
We do not leave our ruts easily. We need that kick in the arse to get us out there.
But what I'm saying
Carpe diem.
What I'm saying is he didn't make the decision to change his life.
But he kept going. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there he was at the top of the, he was up in the Himalayas making, oxygen decisions. You know what I mean?
Smacked in the face.
That's exactly right. He could have stopped, but he kept going, and that was his decision. He wasn't forced into it. He kept going.
Okay, so how many stars would you give it, Paul?
6.
Okay. I'm having...
Sorry, I'd like to give it more. But as I said, I think it was... My time, it was okay. I was expecting it to be funnier. I liked the overall message that it had to say in that, seize your life and do something with it. But it heavily laboured on that. And so, therefore, maybe you have to do that to get people moving. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a judgmental monster again.
Maybe that's just you tonight.
Maybe that is just me tonight. Thank you, Pip. Thank you for giving me that option. Swipe.
I'm going to give it 8.
8. Very good. You really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it. It
Cool.
helped me out of my little spot.
Yep.
So
Yep. Great.
yeah. So
Yep.
that's
It reminded you of cool things that you've done in your life
and made me happy.
and made you happy.
Nice, soft, happy place.
Took you to your happy place.
It was lovely.
Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed the excursion.
I love the way it looked. I love the way the writing kept coming up all over the place. I like that.
Cool.
And
Excellent.
the music. So that's 6 stars from Paul and 8 stars from me for The Secret Life of Walter Mitty 2013 version.
Very good. Now, next week.
Yes.
Okay. What have you got?
I've put up Lars and the Real Girl.
Lars and the Real Girl. Okay.
Which you haven't seen.
No, I have
But
not.
I have seen.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. And you think it's quite good.
I think you'll enjoy it.
I hope I do. I need something to enjoy at the moment.
My
Now-
mum really likes this film.
Well, you know what, Karen? I think that if you like it, I'll like it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Because I think she's got excellent taste. Far better taste than you, I have to add. It's true.
I've got great
No,
taste.
when you dissed the dressmaker, you dropped so low in my estimation of you, it was not funny. I was barely able to keep being a friend. Oh, who is this woman? Why is she gracing my front doorstep? Get out!
I'm sorry, we can no longer be friends. So I'm here, and here.
All right, so that's yours, Lars, and
The Real Girl.
the Real Girl.
And what's your film, Paul? Because you haven't told me. You haven't let me
All right.
write it down.
Okay, well, I've been trying to keep my passive aggressiveness in check tonight. How have I done? Not good. Okay, fair enough. And I've come to the conclusion that...
Paul's still angry that I wasn't here last weekend.
No, Paul's still angry that you have been here twice in a month.
I'm sorry.
Bad friend.
I'm sorry. I am terrible.
Bad
me.
podcaster. You don't do that to our listeners. And so consequently, you have to be punished. And so I'm pulling out the big punishment stick. What's the worst film you could possibly have?
The Death of Stalin.
Ooh, I shouldn't I? Make you watch it a third time.
We've been there.
God
done
damn it, you will enjoy it. But other than that, we've already covered that. So to be fair, what's the next worst?
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now. Well, I would have thought that, yes, I would use Apocalypse Now. But for those people who have seen Apocalypse Now and they like Apocalypse Now, they're going, oh, yes, please, Paul, bring it on. I'm going to go one step further than Apocalypse Now. I'm going to say, and for the people in the know, you're going to have a laugh at this, Apocalypse Now, the Redux version. No, I know it means nothing to you now, but it is a different version. There's like 40 minutes extra added onto it.
Extra?
Extra.
Oh
Suck it
my
up,
God.
Buttercup. I mean, personally, I think the original cut was fine, but this is extra. This is the stuff they left on the editing floor.
Well, then why would you do that?
Because you need to be punished.
I'll remember you.
So, that's fine. I'm glad. See, kids, I'm on your side. Yep, she was bad. So there you go. Enjoy it.
I'll remember you.
That's fine.
I'll bring up something really fun for next week. The week after, yeah.
Bring it on, Buttercup. It's